Hey guys, welcome to Free for All Fridays. We're going to talk about Miles Morales. I am Sam, and my partner is
Herc,
Herc.
what's good with you? What's good with y'all? What's
Hi,
up?
Herc. I am very excited to talk about Miles Morales, to be honest.
I am too. It's been long awaited. This guy has been on the radar forever, and we're trying to get him in the big screen. You dig?
I dig.
So yeah, a new trailer dropped. I'm not sure if it's confirmed or not. She just basically hit me up and was like, "Oh, they dropped a new Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse trailer, and we don't know if it's confirmed or not." So we're just
Oh man, I don't even think it's the real trailer, teaser trailer for like the second one, but the way it was done, it looked like Spider-Man from the year 3099, if you know what I'm talking about.
By the way, that is my favorite suit, 2099 Spider-Man. I don't know what about it. It's just kind of fuego. You know what I'm saying? It's immaculate looking. That's probably one of my favorite suit, if not my favorite. Probably not my favorite, but like one definitely up there.
We We think I couldn't tell because it wasn't like Sony that shot it out. It was just a random person. So I was like,
Wow, we're getting trolled. We're getting freaking clickbaited.
I know that's why I was like, man, and but like it looks so real to like the real thing. I'm like, it literally almost convinced me, but I was like, man, bro, that looks cool. I'll send you the video.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like these fans are really getting good with these edits. This is like amazing. And you know what? Who's to say it's not real? Marvel and Sony's been tweaking a lot, so
Honestly,
yeah.
I love it. From like he's actually one of the few representing obviously the black people, but also for the Hispanic community. There's not that many Hispanic superheroes, so it was kind of actually wonderful to see that. And then obviously we're introduced to him getting his powers, and everybody knows that for him to get his powers, one of the Spider-Mans have to die, and it was his Spider-Man universe that died. And overall, I really love how they make Kingpin like big, but not like
Yeah,
too
dude was like built like
like
a whole fridge, bro. Mans was out here cooling like a fridge. Like it's
mhm.
ridiculous his size. It's wow.
Like he was strong enough to like punch someone and like practically kill them.
Bro, he'll freaking Dragon Ball punch you through the freaking wall. You know what I mean? Like this guy is just no joke. He'll literally break your spine like on some Mortal Kombat X-ray type beat. But nah, he was well done. So I really appreciate how they did him. But for sure, like on some Mortal Kombat fatality type mess. It's ridiculous. Let's talk a little bit about the relationship between the uncle and Miles, right?
Yes.
So we've seen in the movies that, well, in the latest Spider-Man movie, that the uncle was hinted at in the MCU.
Oh
And
yeah.
if you look at the comics too, the uncle was actually very involved in Miles' life, and even in the movie Into the Spider Universe, he's very involved, more so than his parents. And on top of that, his uncle kind of put him on some game, not with just the ladies, but with just life and jugging and all that stuff in the comics. But
It
Miles.
seems. Sorry to interrupt. It seems like all the Spider-Mans look up mostly to their uncles and anything.
Yeah, what's wrong? Like, what's up with that? Did Stanley have like a great uncle that just kind of motivated him, gave him some?
I I mean, to think about it, don't we all have like that one uncle, like the cool uncle you want to hang out with all the time?
I
Like,
mean,
there's like the cool aunts too, but like, come on. I mean, I know I have one in my family.
yeah, it's. I mean, I guess hypothetically, everybody has an uncle, but it could be like an older friend or like a older sibling, or not an older sibling, but like, I guess you could say that everybody has that one uncle that's just like wild. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like Miles trusts his uncle a lot more. Like he was more willing to open up to his uncle to than his dad.
Yeah, he actually in the comics, I think he was gonna tell his uncle that he was Spider Man before he found out about his uncle being the bad guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's
And
lit.
in his movies, same thing too. I
Hmm.
think it's been a while. Don't correct me if I'm wrong. He was about to tell his uncle too, right?
Yeah, but it happened a
Yeah.
lot sooner in the comics. But like in the movie too, it's pretty wild. But honestly, I like the character development and relationship between everybody really. Miles, his mom, his dad, and like the uncle.
Yeah, and the way they introduce his powers, like his two unique powers that he has that not most at nine a lot of experiments have,
Mm-hmm.
like the camouflage and the venom strike.
Yeah.
Like, man, I kind of like how they incorporated. Like, yeah, he's very unique
I
experiment.
mean,
He's
yeah.
not
I mean,
like
if you're killing the original Spider-Man, you got to add some flavor. You got to add some flair to say, here, it's not like a carbon copy of the last guy. You know what I mean? No disrespect to the other Spider-Man. It's just like we got to differentiate. Because it's one thing to have a different suit on. It's another thing to have different suit and different powers. You know what I mean?
yeah, no, exactly. It's just trying to like rebrand something, but like, hey,
New and
we're
improved. Yeah. It's like one of those commercials. It's like they come back like months later selling a product and they just like, I don't know, they just change the shape of it. They're like, yeah, buy this new product, upgrade.
or they changed their logo. I'm like, yes, we changed our whole entire lifestyle.
So,
Like, you
yeah.
just changed your logo, man.
Yeah. Oh, no. They changed their motto too. So,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
One word, one sentence. But,
All right,
mm-hmm.
all right, yeah, but like, yeah, no, it's amazing how they show all these powers that he's like very in the movie. You could see he was struggling how to like come about with these powers. Obviously, with all the Spider-Man powers too, like climbing on walls and all that stuff. But like his newer powers that no one else has, he was like, "How do I do this? How do I?" It's just amazing how you see like a whole entire process of him trying to control the powers or learn how to use them properly.
Oh, yeah. Definitely for sure. Because honestly, like the way I look at it is I felt like he was unlike, I mean, I guess it was kind of like Peter. Because if you look at the comics, not so much the movie where the other Spider-Mans came, or even like the regular Spider-Man came to help him. Like he real deal was kind of alone for a time, just figuring it out. You know what I mean? So the whole, and even in the movie, he actually was alone trying to figure it out too.
Yeah,
So
it was like it's like Superman trying to figure out Clark Kent trying to figure out how to do his powers. Like no one
only
else is out
difference
there
is
for him.
Superman is pretty much indestructible. So if him falling off a building, it won't do much to him.
That is true. That is true. But like, it's still like it's like still trying to understand what this new powers is, and it's like any experiment. Like Peter had a hard time as well. I mean, look at Toby. Like his experiment was trying to figure out how to use his web shooters. Like he was doing 5 million different things to figure out how to even start working that.
But I feel like he did it much more, I guess not efficient, but much more faster because he knew exactly, he was smarter in a way. He knew what to do. I don't know. I guess for some.
I
Mm-hmm.
I think because he had like another Spider-Man to look at, like obviously everybody knew about that their Spider-Man before he passed away.
Yeah.
That like he knew like okay, so I can climb on walls. He knows like all the specific stuff that he can do.
Uh-huh.
It was a struggle of how do I can get myself unstuck and all
Yeah, and
the other fun
I
things.
guess that's why they threw the extra powers as well because they had to make it somewhat hard. We're not living on recruit difficulty out here. You feel me?
Yeah, no, gotta make that life a little difficult.
I'm saying, but honestly, like, would you say Miles is one of well, if not your favorite, but one of your favorite iteration of Spider-Man?
Say yes, he's one of the top ones. I would have to say
What is
my
your
favorite.
main?
I'm gonna have to go to a cosmic experiment with the main. I know. Wow, so cheesy,
No,
but
it's
like,
not. The classic's the OG. I'm not gonna Peter Parker all day. I'm saying, you know what I mean? The OG Peter all day.
yeah. And then Miles is number two. My number three is Spider Gwen.
Spider Gwen.
Honestly, I love her. I mean, she's like one of my favorites. Other Spider-Mans.
Wow, you wouldn't take Spider Ham over that?
I mean, I'll take him for the comedic side, but like,
He doesn't look cute to you. In the comics, he actually looks not cute. Like he's
no.
a pig.
I mean, I like my pigs like bacon style or pork style.
I like my pig grilled extra crispy. And preferably not wearing a red and blue jumpsuit.
I preferably not try and beat my Spider-Man. I would be like, "What are you doing? Take it off."
You ever had
No,
sticky bacon? Snap, sticky bacon. I gotta write that somewhere. Holy crap, that was too good. Not really.
You're gonna listen to his audio soon.
Yay!
We got this audio.
I'm gonna have
So
fun editing
it's
sticky bacon. But honestly, I'd say Miles is definitely up there for me. Only because I like his lore better, like how he came about a little bit better. Because it's kind of like relatable, not so much relatable to me, but just relatable in the modern essence of things. You know what I mean? Like rather than
yeah, no,
he has like his both parents still, R.I.P. Uncle Ben and
yeah,
Peter's mom and stuff. You know, his
and
dad's like a cop, his mom, and it just seems like more modern and like modern, really. Like it's likely to. I'm not saying Peter's not likely to happen. Obviously, people live with their grandmas and uncles or aunts and uncles all the time, you know. But it's just like I don't know. It's just like it speaks to
or
me.
like
That's what I'm saying. It's relatable to me, and I could see
it's
that.
more for like a regular family type of sense. Like obviously,
Essentially, like
some of us are not orphans, so we still have our family with us. So
yeah.
I do understand that. Don't worry, I do. I understand.
And
that.
even still, it's just like cookie cutter. You can never go wrong with cookie cutter because 90% of the earth relates to that because 90% are just basic people like me. We're just
Bro, if you're calling yourself
like
basic, then I'm basic too.
Ooh, this is the welcome. We're changing our name to the Basic Podcast. It's settled.
Well, hold up. The basic Florida people. Come on.
Oh no, there's nothing basic about Florida. Let's be honest with ourselves. Not even the sun here is. Not even the weather here is basic. Everything.
The weather's bipolar.
Everything got to be extra, including the people.
Oh, you gotta tell me that.
Big shade, big T. But back to the topic, right? So another thing I wanted to like cover real quick is, do you feel like the fight scenes were valid? And obviously, I've seen like, do you think it was fair to have Spider-Man in the movie, like Into the Spider-Verse, fight all those guys despite not having experience, but also having a team behind him? Do you feel like that was kind of like too much or eh?
Like, I think it was just right there in the middle. To be honest, like it was a little too early for him to start fighting because he doesn't know how to fight properly or how to understand the use of spider sense as much. Because you see, like Tom Holland was struggling, like I would say, No Way Home. His Spider-Man was struggling for the spider sense. So like he knocked down the spider sense right away. It was a little crazy for me.
Yeah.
And but I did like the fact that he was with teammates, so he'll be learning how to fight. Like, oh, this is how one person fights like that, or on the other, and he'll just learn like, oh, okay, I see how they're seeing the weakness of this person or something like that.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's valid. I can see that. But I don't know. I felt like the movie was well done. I'm not disrespecting the movie, not at all. I'm just like comparing it to the comics because like he wasn't fighting like 30 guys, and obviously, you know, there was no multiverse shift. But like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know where I'm getting at this.
Like, no, I understand what you're trying to say. Like, I mean, obviously, when you see the fight scenes from like superheroes, you're like, oh man, they know how to fight, but like,
yeah, but he's just starting out. Yeah, he literally just got his powers not even a month ago, dude. And it's just like, now you're thrown into this.
And he's like a teenager. Like most teenagers don't know how to fight.
It's just like he didn't.
No, but no, most of them don't know how to fight. Like if you ask someone like start fighting, they're gonna show you like the wrong way to put their fists.
Well, are you a fight expert now, Sammy? Can you just beat up everybody? You heard it.
At least I know.
Go ahead.
At least I know the proper way.
Wow,
to, like, not
you
to
heard
break
it here, guys. If you guys run up on Sammy in the street, she's gonna in the street. She finna hit you with the 1-2 combo. Lights out.
No, I just know how not to break my hand in a fight if I have to.
If you have to, so you were talking like you could knock out any. It's you talking like it's on site all day, every
Oh
day.
no, no. If I have to knock out someone, it has to be someone who's like not twice my size, because that's gonna take a lot more work.
More work. That's more experience, right?
Oh yeah, no, I don't have that skills or that strength yet.
Yeah. Oh yeah, hitting the gym. Hit the gym,
Oh
dog.
yeah, gym days, man.
Yeah, maybe I could. I've always kind of wanted to do like a Spider-Man thing with the in the gym. You know how like people are on like the bars and the walls and they be posing and stuff. That's always
Oh
been my
yeah.
dream to get like a Miles suit and just like go around town and just hang on stuff and have a photo shoot.
You know, it's the best thing. You
Wow.
don't need to do that if you just have know someone knows how to work Photoshop.
Yeah, but I kind of want to brag a little bit. I would have been like, I'm the real life Spider-Man. uh,
No, I think I remember. I don't know why, but for like training for like soccer one day, like my coach was like, "Let's do Spider-Man push-ups." Like, what? The hardest thing I ever done in my whole entire life. I never again. I love it, but never.
they're actually pretty fun.
I hate it. I hate it so much. I was very uncoordinated. I'm like, how do I want to be Spider-Man if I can't do this properly?
They're actually pretty fun. But you don't have to be Spider-Man to do Spider-Man push-ups. That's all I'm saying.
No, yeah. See.
You just gotta have a super spirit.
All right.
Yeah, this was a, a short
We
one.
got a little off topic. But yeah, no, the movie he got into the fights way too soon. Like,
Yeah, he just kind of got thrown in there. But I kind of like it because it's a short movie. You have to build experience fast. And by the end of the movie, you could actually say, okay, he deserved, that, oh, I finally got it now. He worked for it all throughout the movie. It's not like, oh, I suddenly found the energy within myself to come and defeat these enemies. It's not like, no, I had to bust my butt the entire movie, fight a bunch of things, and I was scared and didn't know what I was doing. And I eventually like got to figure it out since I was thrown in that situation. You know what I mean?
you know, it made sense that at the end he was like, okay, he's gonna learn how to get better over time, and obviously learn how to control everything, and obviously, learn a lot more.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's definitely a big plus, big positivity, big bono.
All right, let's talk about the video game, the ones that the new Spider-Man video game.
Oh yeah, the Miles Morales. Okay, so first of all, graphics phenomenal,
Bro,
mechanics
I am
phenomenal.
so excited to play that game.
Oh yeah, dude, it's gonna be freaking awesome. I hope they do like a multiverse shift, so you get like every Spider-Man iteration because like there's this. I think it was Web of Shadows that did that. Spider-Man Web of Shadows. I don't know if you ever played that. This old PS2.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, that was like Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, Web of
I
Shadows, and then there was like the new iteration of the Amazing Spider-Man iteration, and there was some other ones in between. But I think Web of Shadows is what I remember, which was like you got to play different Spider-Mans in time.
I remember which one I used to play. It was my brother's PlayStation. I think it was either Spider-Man 1 or 2.
I
Can't
think I'm
remember.
thinking of Shattered Dimensions. I don't know. It's been a while, dude. It's like PS2 days. PS2 days. That's like
Yeah,
forever ago.
PS2 or PS3.
Yeah, that's like
Jeez, we're
forever
talking.
ago.
God, we're old. But no, if you look at it, Spider-Man and Miles are team up together to fight against Venom.
Mm-hmm.
Bro,
Like,
I'm ready for that.
I don't know if I'm ready for it though. Who's gonna be Venom? Because Venom can't be Venom. Venom has to be somebody.
Yeah, no, well, is it gonna be Eddie?
Yeah, but I don't think they've introduced Eddie in any of the games, from what I've seen.
I mean, yeah, but they're gonna introduce it. They're gonna make a whole entire
Oh, story
storyline
arc.
between all
Okay,
these
so they'll
two.
build him up just like they built Doc Ock in the last Spider-Man game.
You can't just be introduced to like a weird villain, not a weird villain, but
Yeah, I know. I
most
just
of
didn't think he was gonna be the main villain. I thought because like with the first Spider-Man game, the first new Spider-Man game, they introduced like a bunch of people. They had Electro, I think they had Scorpion, Yeah, Doc Ock. It's been a minute since I played it to completion, but they had the Rhino and they had the
I mean,
Kingpin.
you can't introduce like Hydro Man into like wait, how you get Hydro Man from all these people?
Yeah.
And they're gonna have to be like a story arc to it, so we'd be like, oh, okay, that's how Venom is introduced.
Yeah,
to
I mean,
the
I guess
video
he'll be
game.
the main villain, but I feel like they're gonna add some filler villains.
Oh, obviously no. Jesus, I can think like a
Ooh,
bunch of
you
people.
think Spider-Man's gonna die? Like that Spider-Man and that Peter Parker's gonna die, and now Miles is gonna be that main universe Spider-Man? Dun dun dun.
Nah, to
Think
be honest, I don't think so.
why not?
Because like it's the video game, so they are gonna try to put. I think not. I don't know. Here's my theory: it's from another Earth,
Mm-hmm.
trying to help out Miles,
I mean, I get it,
or Miles trying to help out Peter. I can't say which one's which.
but like they're in the same universe.
Some remember, some of them have to be. I mean,
Like
now
I
in
know
the
they have like
MCU,
alternate timelines and stuff and different Earths, but I don't know. I feel like to continue the game, they probably like have a Death of Peter game. You know?
but I forgot how old this Spider-Man is in the video game. Because
He's
like
college. Yeah,
Spider-Man,
he's college. He's like I think he's past
oh
college or something. Yeah, no, he's definitely
yeah,
either college or past college.
because remember that Spider-Man has to be like in his early 30s for Miles to be like Spider-Man.
Yeah, I think he's college or past college. One or the other. It's been a minute.
Because for Miles to be Spider-Man, the oldest Spider-Man has to die,
Yeah.
and it was like in his early 30s he passed away or something like
That
that.
is sad. Early 30s, man. He didn't have kids or nothing.
I mean, he could have, but he chose not to.
I mean, you acting like it's his fault. He was busy saving the rest of the world so everybody else could have kids.
Yeah, but he could have fun on the side. Jeez.
Not really.
He had two. He had like a bunch of females crawling after
I
him.
know, but
like,
imagine taking your shirt off and then you just see a bunch of like gunshot wounds and like bruises and scars, and you're just like, oh, what happened? Is like, don't worry about it. So you're not gonna be like turned off.
no, are you
What?
kidding me?
How you won't know he's Spider-Man though? You're just gonna see this weird dude. His shirt's off, and then he just has like scars and bruises and like
If a good-looking a
good-looking
good the good-looking guy, obviously we're dating, and he's like taking off his shirt, and I see all those scars.
You're gonna be like, ah, that's hot.
Yes, I would say that. I would be like, yes.
It's like he just came from war, baby.
I honestly, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to. It's kind of trying to keep it PG, but yeah.
Oh god. Oh god. I am dead, dude. Wow.
No, but every female can agree with me. They like a bad boy type. And even though we don't want it, we like a bad boy type.
See, that's your problem right there. This is why majority of marriages don't last, and this is why Peter was a smart man.
Be a nerd. That's how we need to find ladies. We need to find a nerd.
Exactly, because see,
a good-looking nerd.
See, you just kind of slimmed down the pool. The pool just shrunk by a lot. A lot now. That's a tough challenge. I don't even think Peter himself would be able to help you with that conquest.
Oh no, Peter himself would be like, I'm out. He'll be in that 1% margin of good-looking nerds.
He's just good-looking because he's Spider-Man. If he was an average Joe walking the streets, you literally wouldn't bat an eye at him.
No,
it was Toby. That was a denial, no.
Hold on, because which Spider-Man we're going to talk about? Toby, Andrew, or Tom Holland? Because those Toby, yeah, I'll bat an eye. Andrew, I'd be like, oh, he's good looking. And Tom Holland, like, oh, wow, he's actually good looking.
If you didn't know them, and they're not wearing like movie makeup, they're literally looking like you and me, like you see them on those paparazzi photos.
Okay, fine. I would still date Tom Holland. I would go after Andrew Garfield. The only one I would not go after is Toby.
Wow, you stay hating on my dog Toby. You wanted him to be the Spider-Man that died. And now you're saying he's ugly? Wow.
He's not the good-looking guy. I love Toby. Don't get me wrong. I love my OG Spider-Man.
Another thing that's wrong with this going to be a woman podcast now, ranting on with SJWs. Please don't come after me. But this is a problem because because he's not good looking. He has the biggest heart out of all.
That is true. He does.
But women don't appreciate that. They just want him to look like a 10.
Yeah, that's the problem with all the MCU guys now.
She said, "Yeah."
That's the problem with all the MCU guys. They're trying to they ruin all taste of men for me, to be honest. Any celebrity has.
Dang, that's tough. You were just gawking over like the past 2 Spider-Mans, including the current one, and just like, never mind. Yo,
but no, like on it.
I want to see if they do a live action casting for Miles. Who would it be?
Oh, that's a good one. Oh man,
would it be?
I'm trying to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
See, when I was little, I used to think that from the Spider-Man movies, I would be the next person to play Miles Morales in the big screen. I don't know why. I don't know. Lick a span. Actually, I did for a while, but like I don't know why. I don't even lick a span. I just thought that's me. I could be Miles, but on the big screen.
I mean, I can see that one kid that played in Stranger Things.
No.
How much you bet like Will Smith will pay his son Jaden Smith to play Miles?
No, Jaden. I love you, Jaden. I love your music, but you can't act, bro. You can't act. If you saw that movie he did with his dad, yes, sir. No, sir.
Honestly, I could see that happening, and it's just gonna be so
funny.
But
and it would ruin Spider. I don't think Marvel and Disney would be that careless because they're so precise about it. They're so picky.
They're picky, and that's a problem because honestly, I can't think of any young actors that can do it. Be a perfect Miles. I feel like we had to wait until we can find the perfect Miles. And knowing them, they're probably going to pull like, oh, we're going to show Miles, but then change the actor.
Yeah.
Later on when he has his own movie or TV show.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I feel like they should start a little teaser with Spider-Man, a show, like how they're possibly doing with Daredevil, like a Miles Morales Spider-Man show on Netflix or Disney Plus, like they do with the TV and stuff. But they incorporate that with the same actors into the movie world. Kind of like what they did with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. initially.
Initially, yeah. They had Agent Phil Coulson and Maria Hill in it. So that was the only 2 of the actors.
But it was kind of like current with the movies after like a certain season. It kind of matched.
Yeah, and then they were like, well, we're not, until Marvel said that the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is not actually connected to the timeline.
Which is stupid because it was for the longest time, for like a good freaking, I'd say 3 seasons, or maybe 4 it was.
It probably was 4. I don't remember.
I think it was about 4 seasons. Spoiler alert. It was after like the whole freaking Monolith thingy happened.
Yeah, it was so weird. I really blanked out on what happened afterwards because
I think like
if you ask me, it's just literally like blank. Like no, I can't think about what happened. It's like that one episode that you don't want to remember. I just forgot the rest of the seasons.
Cool. But since we're backtracking here, I think we should kind of call the episode here. Yes. Hope you enjoyed this. This is probably my favorite episode so far.
All right. So, what's your final opinion on Miles? We'll just
I like his backstory. Obviously, I feel like he's more relatable to me and to the modern kid. That's how I feel about it. You? Me,
honestly, I'm just happy that Marvel can actually put out a superhero and make a movie for like the Black community and also for the Hispanic community, especially the Hispanic community, because there's not that much representation for the Hispanic communities in the superhero world. Like what my mom and I were joking around the other day. We're like, Nacho Libre is our superhero.
Hey, no cap. Y'all sleep on Nacho Libre. That man's so goated.
Honestly, I'm not sleeping on him, but like my mom and I were just joking, like that's the only superhero we can think of. And I really had to look up, and I almost forgot about Miles being Hispanic. So I'm just kind of happy for that sense, and I'm just excited for the next futures of when he's going to be introduced to the MCU, because teasers already happened in the first movie. So
yeah, but we'll see what happens, because honestly, I'm hoping they put him in the movie, and also the new game's gonna be Fuego. So
it's gonna be lit.
with that being said, if you guys haven't already, please follow us on all social media links somewhere at Geeky Planet, at _Geeky Planet on everywhere. If not, go to YouTube, watch our podcast again, but this time on YouTube, because we're awesome. And if you are on YouTube, link below, go follow us everywhere to keep update with news on Marvel, pop culture, anything. And also, we will see you guys next time.
Bye, y'all.
Adios. Peace.